Good morning, Porch Chronicles. How y'all doing out there? I'm gonna say some stuff that's a little controversial, but it's not to be mean or facetious. But it's the truth. So I have a person in my life that I really love, and they going through it when it comes to their parent changing. Now we all, and especially people my age, all our parents is going to change eventually because they're older. I'm almost 55, so that means my parents are older than me, my still living parents. So they're in the midst of their parent changing. I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm being very, very honest because I learned this through therapy in my life. I come from a good home. I had, well, my father's gone. I had two great parents that did the best that they could. But I need you to step out of the box and take the name parent off of the person that raised you. Yes, you're going to always owe your parents respect. You're going to always owe them their due diligence. I love my mom, and I loved my father. But my mom and father came up in an era that we didn't see. And they struggled. They had hard times. They had different stuff. They didn't even have plumbing when they was coming up, most of them. So I need you to go back and realize that you may have had stuff in your life that hurt you, but they have too. So I'm saying that to say this. Our parents or caregivers, anyone who has raised us, they had their own set of issues when they had to raise us, and they did the best that they could. Because I had issues when I raised my son. And once I started really dealing with myself, I used to apologize to my son all the time because I saw where I made a lot of errors. Parenting is not easy. And it's much harder when you start realizing you're parenting from a damaged place. When I started realizing I parented from a damaged place, the reason why my son is fat is because I'm fat. The reason why my son had emotional issues is because I had emotional issues. See, I can accept all of that now, and I go back and I say, DeMarco, I apologize for this, I apologize for that. And he'd be like, Mom, you was young. You did the best you could. I always had a place to stay. I never went out. And he didn't, but I still I made faults in him. I made things in him that made him feel insecure, that made him feel or doubt, or I've said things to him that I shouldn't have said. I fussed at him for times I shouldn't have fussed. I'm keeping it 100, y'all. So I need you to understand, when our parents get older and they get into a stage where we got to start helping take care of them, they're still not healed. And 9 times out of 10, we aren't either. And you love your parents. Love them. And you'll do anything for them. But you have to realize that the stuff that's within you that's never been healed and the stuff that's within them that's never been healed is going to make it difficult. Just the transition alone from you being a parent or a child and the child becoming a caregiver, that's all of a sudden, that's really, really hard. Especially for the parent, because the parent is the one that took care of us. And they don't want nobody taking care of them, especially their child. Because they don't look at us like, they can take care of me. I'm the one that took care of them, and they have that right. So we don't always, just because it's time for us to take care of our parents or our parents to be taken care of, don't mean they want to hear that. And you're already dealing with your unhealed self, their unhealed self, but y'all love each other. Y'all love each other. Don't get me wrong, you love your mother and your father. They love you, but we got so many other things in the background that make it difficult when seasons change, when our parents change. No, they don't want to give up the right to say, I'm the leader, I'm the parent. But it happens. Do you know how much of an internal struggle that has to be when we still trying to deal with our own self and have kids of our own? And deal with a parent that we love and want to keep safe, but they don't think nothing's wrong. I'm saying these things because I want you to understand it's okay. It's going to be hard. If you're dealing with a parent that's aging and you want to be there for them and they fighting you tooth and nail against because they don't think there's nothing changed, please go get therapy. Just go sit and talk to somebody, because you're going to need somebody to talk to. Look, My mom is bomb. She able, she this, she that. But I ain't gonna lie, my mom is the center of my whole family. When things change with my mom, it's going to get hard for me. Let's keep it 100. I'm keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. You need to find a source that's going to help you transition into whatever stage of life you're in with your parents, because life changes and it changes quickly. I love you, Porch Chronicles.